Hello, hello. Welcome back. I'm so grateful to be here today. I hope you guys are having a most wonderful day ever for yourselves. Everything is shifting so quickly here in Canada and Ontario, for that matter. So, I just want to just tap into collective and see kind of what's going on and how things are going with everybody and, just the state of being. There's a lot of energies coming in with this, the Lionsgate that just passed on Sunday. It's been over for a few days, but, a lot of people are feeling that intensity of the energy. There's also a lot of shifts and changes going on within people in the collective, waiting for completion, waiting for things to be unraveled and revealed to the collective. These are all things that we are transpiring for as a humanitarian, collective as well. We want to see changes. We want to see something new. We want to see where the new earth is going to take us as a collective. For myself, I love being of service to source and anything that I can do to help him or anybody else. So, being able to step foot into this different role of, maybe a mentor, a leader, anywhere that I need to be for, Ontario is where I want to stand right now, and then come together as a larger collective of the world. Right now, don't be hard on yourself when things get tough. Be gentle with your soul. You're still relearning things that you've experienced from before, bringing it back into the now. So the more gentle we are on our soul, the easier the transition is to elevate and move up into the different vibrational zones that we could hit. As a collective, if we sit in those things where, people have passed over and we're sitting in grief, the grief is actually a low vibration. It's not that you can't grieve, but the more we sit in these low vibrations, the harder it is for us to elevate ourselves back to where we want to be or even higher. So, taking those moments for yourself that says, I need to journal this out, or I need to talk to somebody about certain things, right? Go tap in and go grab a reading from somebody, to help alleviate some of the stuff that's weighing heavy on you. Go chat with a medium, to bring those people in that you've lost so that the grief is not so heavy on you. Because what happens is when they transition over, they end up okay, right? They live in bliss over there. But again, heaven is only, 2 feet off the ground. So, there's no difference between heaven and now. It's all here. So it's allowing ourselves to transition through whatever we need to let go of the burdens and the grief and the hardships that we're holding on to from, whether it's this life or past life. But we've got to be able to step forward into this new energy. We've got to be able to raise our vibration up high enough that we feel okay, right? We want to feel okay within ourselves. We want to feel okay within our soul, and that we find joy and we find happiness. And as a collective, sometimes we feel like it's so hard, it's so tough with all the negativity that's around, like the news articles and Telegram and all these other, news outlets. The more we tap into the negative side of things, and this isn't fair and this is not right, the more we actually just keep bringing the collective down. We need to start raising the vibration of the full collective. So, it's about love. It's about what God gives us. It's about, helping one another, whether it's a barter and exchange or, monetary exchange. Something has to allow us to step into this new, the new energy that's coming. You can't expect to stay in a low vibrational state and not raise your vibration to go to the next level. It just won't happen, right? We all have to be able to go to the next level, every single one of us, right? So it's allowing ourselves to let go of those things we don't need to carry with us anymore. Santa sack, we can call it that, let that go. It's okay to let it go for now. It's okay to say, I'm ready to step into this new dimensional reality, and I'm ready to take my soul with me. I don't have to take everyone else's problems and issues and all of this stuff. I can disconnect from it and just move freely. We don't have to take any of that stuff with us ever, right? It's not our burden to take the collective's energy that's low with us, right? So we want to raise our vibration as high as we can right now so that it's an easy transition, it's ease and flow. And, if you keep focusing on the negative stuff that's in the news space and that, it's only going to bring you down even further, and it's going to make it harder for you to get out, right? It's called the emotional roller coaster. It goes like this, right? And it's harder and harder to get out, right? We've got to stay in that high vibration, which raises the collective energy faster than you can think about, right? We want to get up into the love strategy, right? If you go think back to Woodstock, as Woodstock was going on, they were sitting there toking their weeds and, living the high life. We can do that too without the weed, of course, right? We can step into that high vibration and just, with ease and flow, navigate whatever needs to be navigated. It's a very interesting perspective to not see the things in the collective as something that can hurt us, right? We don't have to focus on those things, right? Your perception of what you believe to be truth, can be in your mind's eye, but we can shift that perspective instantly, right? Things are brought to your awareness to wake people up. But after a period of time when those false realities start coming in where people give dates and this is going to be over by this day and this is going to transpire by this date, it brings false hope, right? So if you bring in the pure hope and the pure love from God that He gives us, then there is no falseness to it, right? We don't have to look at the negativity. We can look at just the positivity, right? And then you see yourself on a higher vibrational plane. And that's where we all need to rise to. We need to rise as a collective. We need to feel that energy and the love that comes in from all aspects. Whether it's one person over here, 10 people over here, everyone has something to give and has something to share. Everyone's message is different, but what did you need to take from that? In all actuality, it's all just pure unconditional love, right? The more we tap into the fear, the more it consumes us. So we don't want to be consumed by fear. We want to be consumed by love, right? And whether that's from your neighbor, maybe go check on your neighbor today and see how your neighbor's doing. That's the stuff that should be radiating with all of us, right? We need to resonate in those higher vibrational levels. Go take your neighbor some leftover food. Maybe they have nobody right now, right? Maybe your neighbor is dealing with a loss of somebody and you don't even know about it. So I think now is a time to stand up as a collective and show support to one another of what we can help them with, help each other with, right? So yeah, it's a pretty cool thing we need to step into. The other thing we need to be aware of as well is our children, right? Our children are struggling, right? The schools are back in, now they're not. They're back in, now they're not. It's a teeter system, right? We've got to create this resistance somewhere. And our children are being affected by it. So if we show them what it's like to stand in the light, it makes that transition a lot easier, right? And you stepping into that school system, if you don't agree with it, don't step into it, right? You don't have to. There's so many avenues out there where we can, find another way to help our children grow and learn, right? When our world starts to shift and it starts to grow in a different way, the school system's not going to look the same, whether it's Canada, Europe, anywhere. So we've got to account for all the changes that still need to happen. But our children are our future, so we need to start to teach them what it's like. Hey, you can heal with this. You can heal with this. It doesn't take anything outside of ourselves to do that. So as long as they tap into that resonance of what source brings, they're going to be more powerful than we are. But we have to show them what to do, right? If they're never shown and helped to guide, then they're not going to know what to do, just like we did when we came here. Right? I know for myself, like my journey here doing this work is only 3 years. It will be 3 years in November. So for me, I want to teach my children everything, right? My daughter, who's 10 years old, she knows how to heal. She does amazing work with it. She helps me do healing on my clients. So if we're allowing ourselves to let our children come with us and do those things if they're ready, we have to nurture and help them grow, so that when their generation, when their children come, that they already know what to do, right? We don't want anybody else to have to start again when they're in their later years. We want to be able to start them off at birth. I know for myself, I'm attuning babies who are 6 months old because the parents want them to be able to step foot into these modalities the moment they're ready, right? So nothing has to hold us back here. Everything can be laid before us. With a shining light and a golden road. It doesn't have to be brick walls and resistance. If you've got resistance in your life, I would take a look and see why there's resistance. What's causing that to be resistance? And then allow yourself to step into it. Allow yourself to step into the freedom of choice, the freedom of love. You choose everything. So now is the chance for you to change what you've been having prior to now with resistance, and allow it to come just with a steady flow. I'm good to go. Graciela? No. Graciela, how are you?
Hi, hello, I'm fine. Thank you.
That's
And you?
I am fantastic. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we can either tap into your Akashic records tonight or we can just do a reading. It's totally your choice.
Sorry?
We can tap into your Akashic, which is your past, present, future, or we can tap into just psychic readings. It's completely up to you what you want to do.
Um, oh, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? It's not good. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
what was the question?
yeah, so Akashic records is like your past lives. So we can tap into your records of events that have already taken that you've had here on Earth already, or I can just tap in and do a reading for you. Which do you have a question for me?
Oh, okay, the question. Okay. So right now I'm in separation. I was in a relationship, and I have to we broke up, and I moved with my parents to my parents' house, and I'm having a really hard time. I can't even sleep. I can't even concentrate. It's a very noisy environment and a very chaotic place. And I want to know what can be the outcome. And I don't know if this relationship has the potential we can be together once again, or I don't know. I'm in a limbo state.
Yeah, so I actually don't see you staying where you are for very long. I actually see you in your own apartment. I feel like within the next 4 to 6 months, you'll be moving on. As for the relationship, no, I don't see it transpiring back together. I think it ended for a reason. And I think the reason was is that neither one of you were ready for the full thing, right? It's full throttle and nothing. And I feel like neither one of you were ready for that. I do, on the other hand, feel like this, where you are right now, is the opportunity for you to go inside of yourself and ask yourself what it is you actually want. But on the other side of that, it's also allowing you to check in and see why things didn't work out, what you liked and what you don't like. And I feel like within the next 6 months, when you start to move outside of yourself, I feel like that moment you look outside to get your own place is when this next gentleman's going to come in. I honestly feel like you're going to marry him, if that helps you in any way. It feels like not so much twin flame but very deep soulmate. You actually had four.
Which thing can help me?
Say that again.
You're saying what? Uh-huh. Sorry to interrupt you. I didn't understand the last thing.
Yeah, you had four past lives with this gentleman that's going to come back in, and I feel like he's coming back in. I want to say within like 6 to 7 months. Like it's very close after you move out that he's going to come in. And I feel like it's a kinship. Like it feels like you guys know each other from before, but you've never met in this life. And it feels like the bond is much stronger, but there's things that you need to work on inside of you first before this will transpire. There's a part of you that still wants to chase after this old relationship that just ended. Like, what did I do wrong? Why aren't we together? How come this isn't working? Your brain is overactive. That's why you can't sleep. You go through too many thought scenarios in your brain at bedtime. Like, why is it so noisy? And then that keeps me up when that really has no bearing on it. It's literally like you processing out the relationship. And it's okay. They're just saying like journal it out to get it out faster. Journal everything out that's not making sense to you, burn it out and release it back. You've got a lot of energy that needs to be released out of you. I'm just going to add a little bit of healing to move some of this out. It feels like you've got a little bit of stuff going on with like acid reflux, a little bit of heartburn, stuff like burning up in your throat of what to say. It almost just feels like you're unsure of why things ended the way they did, and you're not being able to talk to that person directly to say, hey, can we mend this? Can we be friends? Just to have some closure of a different kind. But I feel like once you get settled in your own place, this next gentleman's gonna come in.
One of us are what? Sorry.
Yeah, I feel like after you move out on your own, this other gentleman's gonna come in. And it feels more calm.
Oh my God, I hear you super badly. I'm so sorry. After I move out on my own, sorry, I didn't understand. Yeah, I hear
What's
you. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
the last thing you told me, I didn't understand. After I move on,
Like after you move into your own place is when the next gentleman's going to come in,
the next
right? This,
gentleman. I mean, it's not this one. It's another one.
yeah, it's not the one. No, not the one you just broke up with. I see him moving on
Okay.
long before you do.
Sorry.
I see him moving on to another relationship before you do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I hope everything
Okay.
works out for you. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was an absolute pleasure to meet you, honey.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye. And we have Sylvia. Hello, Sylvia.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome. Yeah. So I'm doing either Akashic Records, which is your past, your present, or your future, or I can just tap and do psychic reading. It's up to you.
You could tap in
Okay.
and do. Yeah.
So okay, so I'm going to start with your body first. So your body feels very warm, feels very hot. So if I tap in that way, it feels like there's a little bit of unsettled, a little bit of unbalance between your lower guts and your chest. I also
Okay.
want to say like there feels like a lot of resistance coming up around family.
Okay.
Kind of like finding your place. It doesn't feel settled within your family structure, whether that's, you living with husband, boyfriend, children, but your whole family as a whole, it feels like there's a lot of resistance. It creates a lot of issues in your lower body. I'm also seeing there's a big
Okay.
change coming by December for you. I feel like there's going to be a trip, and that's going to show you a lot of things, and it's going to solidify a lot of things that you like. We're kind of like having it rumble around in your head. Is this correct? Is this true? How does this transpire? I
Okay.
feel like by December, there's going to be a lot of like finalizations, a lot of things
Okay.
coming to a head. They're just showing me like cards on the table. It feels like you're just
Okay.
letting a whole bunch of crap go, that you don't need to
Okay.
hold on to anymore. And it's like that realization that I don't have to hold it anymore.
Okay.
There's also a
Okay.
female figure I see around you. I feel like she's just a little bit taller than you. I want to say best friend, sister, best friend kind of connection. I want to say that might fall apart just a little bit for about 6 months and then come back together stronger. I feel like she doesn't want to
Okay.
disclose certain things to you, and it's going to feel like it hurts you, but it has nothing to do with you. So don't take it the wrong way, is what they're saying.
Okay.
She's got a lot of stuff going on in her body system that she doesn't want to share with anybody. So it's like she needs to take a step back, and you're going to take it as though, well, now you've abandoned me. So don't take it that way. They're just saying, just make sure you voice voice your words
Yes.
to her and let her know that, you're there to support her. I also feel like there's a job change coming for you towards March of next year, but I feel like they're going to try and give you a promotion or a raise to a different department before then.
I don't. Sorry, I don't work at the minute, or I don't work in any
Yeah,
department.
I feel like there's going to be a job presented to you, and I feel like you're going to raise up through it pretty quick.
Okay. Okay. Do you see
I see.
anything within around like my love life?
Say that again.
Do you see anything like in around my love life? My
I
love
do
life.
see a mail. I do see a mail coming in. I feel like it's a friend of a friend, so I feel like you've already connected with this person once before. It feels like you guys were at an event. There was an event together, and then you've lost contact with them, and then they're going to come back in. He's quite tall.
Right.
He's probably like 6'1", 6'2". He's slender. He's got jeans, boots. He wears like, I feel like construction boots, but I feel like he can change them out. Like they're showing me cowboy boots or like running shoes. So he has lots of shoes, lots of roles or different facets he likes. But I feel like it's a rekindling.
Do you have any like? Is there anything coming true with my ex partner?
No.
Okay.
I don't see that happening at all. But I do see with this other gentleman, it goes slow. So it's like, it makes you wonder. Like it makes you like wonder if it's actually going to go anywhere. So it's just you standing your ground saying, I want this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
Is your mom
And
is your mom here or
sorry?
passed over? Is your mom passed over?
No, no,
So I
no.
feel like your mom has met this boy before, but she's not gonna like him at first.
Okay,
So it feels like
okay,
she puts up a little bit of her thoughts towards what you should do. So don't let her influence your decisions.
okay, okay, okay. And okay. And do you know when I'm gonna meet this person?
Yeah, I don't see it before next year.
Okay, okay,
I feel like you're ready, but I don't feel like you're ready. It feels like you're kind of chasing it a little bit. So until you fully relax on it, it's like you're pushing it away instead of bringing it to you. You've got to just
yeah,
relax on the matter. Just put it out to the universe what it is you want, exactly what he looks like, and live as though he's already
yeah,
yours. Like draw a wedding ring on your finger if you wanted to be married. Like I don't know how many times I've told people I'm married, like, and they'll just message me after and go, "What? Since when?" Right? So it's like the laws of attraction states you have to believe that it's your reality. So if you want this
yeah,
person to come in and marry you and sweep you off your feet, well, where's the visualization of him actually doing that? I see him coming
okay,
in. I think it's going to shock you at first because you're going to be like, "No, how can that be?" And then he's going to be like, "Yeah, I'm totally game." So it's like,
okay,
yeah, they're showing me
okay,
you have a lot of family members though who like to chime in their 2 cents. It's like you need to disconnect from that. I see mom, I see
okay,
dad, I see like other people chiming in what you should do and who you should date. You need to let them know that that's not okay, that they need to, take a step out of your love life. Because I feel like
yeah,
there's too many opinions, too many chefs in the
yeah,
kitchen. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
I also I also want to say too, like it feels like in your throat there's past relationships that are stuck up in here in the glands. The glands feel swollen. It's because you haven't
Okay,
fully said, you know what, that's not what I wanted, but I went along with it. And here I am back in this spot again. I didn't want to be in this spot. I wanted to be married already. So it's like there's things that
mhm,
you're holding in here that says, okay, I don't know. I just don't know how to speak about it. Right. So
okay,
sometimes until
yeah,
we let that all go and dispose of the old relationships, then we can bring the new one in faster. Because
yeah,
every time
okay,
somebody gives you, we can expand it and contract it to whatever we want.
okay, yeah, okay, yeah. I understand. Is
Yeah.
there anything else? Is there anyone from Spur coming in?
There's a younger female that has stepped forward.
Right?
Hmm. Do you have there's a young girl who stepped forward. Was there a young girl that you went to school with in high school that you're really close with? Did she have like light blonde hair?
That I went to school with, like
So there's a
blonde
young
hair.
girl. Yeah, she's about high school age. She's got blonde hair. She's saying, "I was friends with you." So I feel like she's passed over and nobody knew.
And what happened? Her?
Uh, it looks like she ran away. They're saying she's showing me the missing person sign. She goes missing, but she goes, I just decided I wanted to go off on my own. I feel like she drug overdosed.
Okay, no
They're
idea.
showing me like stuff in the arm. She's also showing me like throat stuff too, like almost like inhalation of smoke, fire.
Okay.
She's
No.
showing me the building. Inside the
No,
building,
I don't know. No, I don't know any younger girl. No, that makes sense.
no. So what she's saying is she went to high school with you. She was a friend of yours in high school, but she's passed over.
Okay.
So somehow she just remembers you from high school and you guys were friends. So she's just coming forward to say that I'm still here watching over you.
Okay. Okay.
I don't feel like her
Okay.
family knows that she's dead
No.
though.
Oh, okay.
I also have a grandfather who just stepped forward. It looks
Sorry?
like he's got a little bit of stubble, short hair. Looks like a little bit of balding patch at the back of the head. He's showing me glasses tucked into his pocket because he doesn't need them all the time. It looks like he's wearing like a really ugly plaid shirt with like short sleeves.
Okay.
He's showing me like, trousers.
Um,
He's also showing me a lady standing beside him. She is much shorter, like very, very short. Maybe
Okay.
like 4'5". So she's very petite. But they're just saying they're
Okay.
all there to support you and watch over you and guide you.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. But yeah, I still see the job. They want to highlight this job that's coming in. Does part of you feel like you can't do anything, or like finding a job is hard?
No, see, I've got kids, so I can't really at the minute work.
Yeah, they're adamant. There's like a job coming in that's going to allow you to be promoted twice, and then you'll be at the third level. And they're just saying, don't dismiss it before. Yeah, they're saying if you dismiss it, you're gonna feel bad, and they don't want you to feel bad because there's always something out there for us to do, whether it's that or humanitarian or healing or whatever. But they're just saying, don't dismiss it. If somebody offers you a job, look at all aspects of it before you say no.
Okay. Okay.
I can see you shining at me.
Yeah. Okay. What kind of work is it showing, or are they showing like, or?
It looks like an office building, but I don't feel. So if I look at the outside of the building is what they're showing me, it looks like there's 3 floors and it's all glass windows all the way across. The outside has stucco, white stucco that comes in between the windows. The doors look like they're tinted, but it looks blue. It looks like there's like a walkway that comes off of it. And if I go around, it looks like there's parking spaces, but it looks like office building. But I feel like there's multiple different things inside the office building.
Okay.
But they're just saying you can actually do anything you want to do. So don't limit yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Awesome. You're so very welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was an absolute pleasure to meet with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you for my reading.
Oh, you're very welcome. Have a great and wonderful day.
You as well. Thank you very much. Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye. Thank you guys so much for joining me again today. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been so much fun. I love and appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your week. Much love to you. Mwah. Take care.